Good evening, everybody. This is Dwayne again, Dwayne's Custom Baits. Now, we've done glued all the eyeballs on. Showed you the frogs, we done glued them on, and we did the sprayed grass, water beetles. Now, we're going to seal them up good so they won't come off. This here is just nothing but clear plastic. So, she had no salt, there's nothing on it. So, it's all good and stirred up and done all its stuff. So I just take the lure, hold this sand up and under my hand here. Don't want to stay for some reason. Okay. Anyway, you take the little pinchers there. Well, not really pinchers, but where the eyeballs are at. Dip them down in it. Careful not to get your hands in it because it's up to 340 degrees. Oh shoot! Where's my knife? Cutters. I have to hope I don't have to cut nothing off of here. Yeah. Boy, my scissors are away from me at the moment here. Okay, there we go. I pulled it off, but that'll work. And now they are covered with plastic up to about right here, this first little link there, and they're not going to come off. A bass might bite that little arm off, has an eye on it, but the eyeball's not going to come off of there now. If you only super glue them, they will come off. Let me get my scissors here. Yep. If you only super glue, they will come off. Super glue and water do not mix. Another one. Dip it down. Okay, pull them back up. I have been lucky, knock on wood. I haven't got burnt doing this. Not yet. And then we'll just let it drip there. You can see it dripping off of it. And sometimes I'll just go snip and snip. Blow it just a little bit, cool it down a little bit. So it won't try to do that again. And leave that little curl piece up under. And I'll go all the way up my table here, as many as I can do. And then I'll remove about 3/4 of them and come back and grab another one. But while we're here, I'm going to do a frog too, because the frog, I don't do just the head. I dip the whole body in, right between the legs there. So, I hold the legs apart a little bit, take the frog, dip it all the way down, let it run back off of it now. And that coats the whole frog in. Because if I did just right there, the fish could just pull that little bit of plastic off. And that's why I do the whole frog, and it won't pull it off. There's no way it can get pulled off now. Alright, quit wiggling around so much. And cut it off. And I always blow them just a little bit. Especially the bottom. Since that's going to be on the table. And which this one came off pretty good right on the top, so I'm pretty close. But sometimes there'll be just a little bit of a bump on top, which that one's not. I won't have to do no more cutting. And sometimes I do, and I'll cut it smooth, just like I do when I take the little spur off of them. I'll put this up at this end since I'm just going to do a couple here. And I've got a couple that's got holes in them. Well, neither one of those. Okay, I've got them down on the floor, so. These three I had to put another eyeball on, so I'll go ahead and do these three right quick while we're here. There's another again. Now, I know I'm doing it with the top of it facing me. It doesn't really matter which way you do it. You can have it, front facing me or the back end of it facing me. It doesn't really matter. It's just what I happen to do right now. The way I happen to pick it up. Not a problem. Alright, now come here. Oop. Okay. Alright, and so you still, it doesn't fill in your little hook slot because there is a little slot here. It's kind of sticky where it's still not good and cold yet. But the little hot hook slot right there is still there. It doesn't mess it up. Doesn't fill it up or nothing. So I may, because I did pour just a smidgen more of it in there that was down in a cup. So this is actually a pint that I'm trying out. It's a medium plastic, and I'm using it to coat the, oops, I made a little mess up here, a little pour down the side there, come overflowing. Alright, we got it all, so, okay. It's all good. Yeah, and I didn't have it up high, so that might be why it's a little bit sticky on those two. I hope that's not, but I'm going to heat her back up a little bit. But, you know, this is really easy to do. So far, actually, on these three, I won't have to do any more. You know, sometimes on the water beetles, I'll have to cut just a little bit more because when that little piece sticks off of there, right here, it'll hang off of it a little bit, but it doesn't always. Like those first ones right there, these first two that I showed a minute ago, they didn't, so it's all good on them. And this looks so good in the water. Look at my eyeballs. They look awesome. Alrighty now. See, now I've got a little bubble and it's below it. So I'll let it dry. And then cut the bubbles off when if I have to, trim it. Actually, it's not a bubble, it's a little bead, but it's okay because it's right out on the end of it. It'll be alright. So that's always a good thing when it's okay. Alright, let's do this one more frog here that I should be done good enough. Stir this up a little bit more. Because I didn't put not even a half a tablespoon of more plastic in this. So I'm wanting to do all the beetles first because they use less plastic, of course, than the frogs do, since you're covering the whole body. So okay. Alright, now take a little froggy, squirt him in, pull him back out. Easy there, don't want to get none of this in my coffee. I can't drink my coffee no more, then. Yeah. Okay. It's getting close to ready to stop. It's just barely creeping down anymore. Alright, simmer down here. Okay. Now that one, there'll be a little piece for me to cut once it dries up, but that's okay. I probably won't leave these until tomorrow anyway. Let go. Thank you. If I had water, I could just dip it right down in it and it'd be okay too, but I don't, so it's alright. It's all good. Alright, now, go back to the little beetles here and do a bunch of these up now, and then yeah, and this is all there is to it. And then after this, and I make sure there's none hanging off of them, then tomorrow I bag them up, no problem, and throw them on a wall behind. Yeah, these goes in the wall behind me until the guys come to get them. I don't know how many they're going to come and get. I told them last week they could come and get the other baits, and he told me about these, so. But he told me he'll be here first of the week. Well, this is Friday night at 8, almost 8:30. I guess it hasn't got to the first of the week yet. And I told him last Friday, so. But he'll come and get them, I know that. He's wanting them too bad, so. Okay. Yeah, you don't want to, with these eyeballs that I got on here, they're the wiggle eyes, the black moves around. You don't want to leave it down in there long. The plastic over the eye there will melt and then it won't move around anywheres. But that's all there is to it. Told you all my eyes, the thumping frogs, the swimming frogs. I dipped the whole body of the swimming frogs also. I don't have any though to show, so that'll be the end of this video. Hope y'all have a good night. If you're fishing tomorrow, good luck. I hope you catch a bunch of big ones. Win your tournament. That'd be cool too. Here where I'm at, and, well, the guy that had a tournament at my home lake has already quit the tournament season, so I'm going to just be doing some more fishing on my own. And maybe try to get a fishing video in. I would love to do that. I was kidding when I said last time, hint, hint, GoPro, I could use one. Alright, y'all have a good night. We'll talk at you next time. Until then, be safe, catch some big fish. Bye-bye.